Looks like our match is up. We have Bruse Reyhan versus Yisan.
Oh, and it's Sylvain Noël against Alexander Loskoutoff.
Yeah.
Both are great players from Paris.
Yeah.
And it seems we can't get enough of Bruse Reyhan. It's the fourth one today, which is quite impressive because there weren't that many Bruse Reyhan. In fact, there were, let me check the numbers. We had 13 Bruse Reyhan, and we've already seen four different Bruse Reyhan. So the deck is performing pretty well. Geist and that both are performing really well.
Seems like both players in this match are currently 5-1-1. It'll be interesting to see how Yisan has adapted to 20 life and with the loss of Guy's Cradle. Should be interesting. Play a bit more fair, but I'll just speed up a bit.
Yeah, so I guess the plan is I saw Nazuza. So the idea is to play Mana Dark or something like that. But you also have the cards that for the creatures that for 1 mana can tap to allow you to play 1 more land. And you have Exploration. You have Utopia Sprawl and Wild Growth. So you have many ways to get Yisan on the board on turn 2. And the idea is that either you manage to do that and it survives and you can start tutoring for cards like Warriorwood Symbiote and Ruffalos, Fearsome Pass into Craterhoof Behemoth and start going for the kill. Or if needed, you can find some solutions like Phyrexian Revoker, Reclamation Sage, Fearsome Pass into Duplicant or some kind of that. And if he doesn't stick to the board, you can still play some real threats like Obstinate Bolas, Titania, Tractusk, One-Column Giant, Primeval Titan, that kind of threats. So the idea is that you will force your opponent to react quite often and kill creatures because he has to kill Yisan, he has to kill Fonashaman, he has to kill the Vizier, the new Vizier from Amonkhet. And each turn you will try to play 1 more threat. Or if you can't, maybe 1 every 2 turns. So that's one of the deck's strengths, and that's also one of his mistakes. Weakness. I'm sorry, because against something like Geist, for example, it's hard to play more than 1 threat per turn. It's easy for Geist to kill or bounce or counter 1 threat per turn.
The old basic land colorless dork out of the 4-color deck on turn 1.
Yeah, that's unusual, but it still allows to play Reyhan a bit earlier, and then it allows him to play. Okay, so let's Cobra and land into Skull Clamp. And I guess he will start.
That's a pretty tempo and aggressive start, really. That's
Yeah. He has Reveillon to go for the throat and 7-9 hand. I
mean, we already know that those two decks are really going to win by using the battlefield, at least. That's the difference between Zergo and Jace, which use the stack and the library. But these guys use the battlefield to win, so you're going to have some stuff in front of you, but both of them are really explosive. And pretty cool to see Yisan here, because as you guys know, we changed the announcement dates quite especially for this tournament, so that the players had some time to repack some stuff. And Yisan is coming back to the board, so this is a good thing that people remember. It is still very good, even though it's facing.
So he drew a land. Sylvain Noël assumed that mana issues because he had green-white and green land on the board in a 4-color deck, so he used his wasteland right away. But the problem is that in fact Alexander wasn't really. He had a 7-9 hand, so he may have managed to keep doing some interesting things with the Cobra. And now he even drew 1 more land, the red-black one, I guess. So he managed to play Bruse, and now he can go for the beat down plan. So land, go for the throat, and then Reyhan swing. And that's 8 damage, so he's at 8. And it's
too much. That's
already
too much.
getting complicated for Yisan.
It's not going to be able to handle this space. Yeah, there's no balance in green, you know.
Yeah, and the issue is that Alexander managed faster. He didn't miss a single land drop, and he had 2 commanders to play who can both hold the board pretty well and go for the aggro. And as we said, Yisan just played 1 threat. Yisan got killed by go for the throat, and he's already in a really tough spot. And that Wood Elf. I don't play it in my version, in fact, because it costs 3 for 1 land, and you really need to do better than that, I think, in the current format. He had 4 mana if you wanted to with Arbor Elf and Wild Growth and the land. So something like Obstinate Ballast, for example, would have been bigger and would have allowed him to get some more time. Now, if Alexander has pretty much anything to kill the Wood Elf, he can go for the kill, and even if he doesn't, he can just attack with everything, boost the Cobra, and force him to block while getting at ending up at 1 HP. Even less. Yeah, 1 HP, yes. With the Skull Clump, that leaves him with 1 HP.
I think that's a Flame Slash in Alexander's hand. I'm not sure why he's slow rolling it so much.
Well, if it's a Flame Slash, it's GG on game 2.
Unless the forest back there is actually a Dryad Arbor, that might be why.
Dryad Arbor, yeah.
And Peaches, we didn't show Max Shoes yet, but I'd love to. I love watching him play.
There is
so what's the issue here?
Suspense, but
I don't understand what's the issue here. If he has a removal. Okay, so he's blocking. 4 life for Alexander. 6 damage into Yisan. He ends up at 2. Flame Slash now. I really don't understand why he didn't just kill his opponent.
The forest back there is actually Dryad Arbor. It's from the Vault promo, so it looks like a regular forest. So even if he Flame Slashed the Wood Elf, Sylvain would be only alive at 2 life. Not that it matters. I don't think there's anything in Green that deals with that board, but he wasn't actually strictly dead.
Well, 4 damage from Cobra and 6 from Bruse Reyhan is 10.
Right. But he could use the Dryad Arbor to block for the damage.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, well.
But again, there's nothing in Mono Green that stops both on board Reyhan and Bruse.
Okay. I didn't pay attention to it with that design. I thought it was forest.
It's that Dryad Arbor from the Vault has some terrible design.
It is a good stuff card. It's not really an aggressive card. You cannot play fast with that. It gets handled by pretty much everything from Wasteland to spot removals that remove creatures. And it used to be great in 30 life, but it's kind of a faithful card now.
And we just saw exactly how to crush Yisan. So early threats, early removals, or cheap removals.
Well, I would say Leo, especially when he has the kind of hand of starting hand that he had last game, which is absolutely tempo-ish at the maximum. He's got the best draws he needed most of the time, you know. But why could he hope more on the game one, if not a lightning bolt? Maybe it was just crazy. He's got a perfect hand on the last one. So if he draws like just take a converted mana cost 2 or 3 hands on the average, it's going to be a different game. But really, that was too tough for any other deck. Actually, I don't see what kind of deck would have beaten Alexander on the last game. You know, playing Jace, playing Zergo, you would handle such a board presence on 3 turns.
Yisan also had the misfortune of mulliganing to 5 that game and is now mulliganing to 6. This is not looking good for the mono green commander.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we just stated, we tested quite a lot with Yisan, and it's not unbeatable, but it's not really a tier 1 deck easily. You know, it's harder than it used to be. When you've got 20 life, things are going to be quite more difficult. But I believe in players' creativity, so soon they're going to start building more powerful Yisan decks. Green's got lots of new cards in Amonkhet, for example. I'm not sure they're done for Yisan, but the 4/3 that's uncounterable, the Vizier, stuff
the
like
Vizier
that.
and the second part, yes.
Absolute broken stuff, like, yeah, very, really cool. So we got hope for Green. We got hope for mono Green. Non-elf mono Green, non-elf ball mono Green. I mean.
So yeah, let's head for game 2, and let's hope that on the play, Yisan manages to do a bit more job and not just get behind on the board and run into a removal and die. That's the issue with Yisan. You don't play anything really relevant on the board, or at least it takes time. While with Bruse Reyhan, you just play turn 2 Reyhan, turn 3 Bruse. Well, it depends on what happens in the game. But that's basically what you can expect from the deck. Add in there some more cards and removals, and it's easy to take the advantage, take the lead.
Priest is a good start. Hopefully that stays on board.
Am I the only one to appreciate the fact that Alexander has got all these dual lands signed by Alexander? Or does anyone care about me?
Just you.
Nice. I swear he does. Just look, all his lands are signed. It's Rob Alexander Loskoutoff. He's got a second name.
Well tried. So no turn 1 acceleration for Yisan. So it's he's not going to have an explosive start, but no F turn 1 for Alexander 2. And nothing on turn 2.
I hope you realize how stupid our sentences are becoming, Leo. Oh, no turn 1 F, shame on you. No turn 1 F,
it doesn't happen that often. They have so many elves that it rarely happens.
Especially when your turn 2 is Priest of Titan, you know, you would say, "Oh, come on, give me some fucking elf."
Oh, look, we're still gonna get to play Yisan after playing the Spawn Shaman. Hey.
Well, that's strong too. And thanks to that, it's both the Fauna Shaman and Yisan, because now he has 2 elves.
Oh no!
Did I mention they were not playing F-ball? Oh, sorry.
Alexander has Fire Covenant. Oh my gosh.
Are you serious? That's gonna be so nasty.
If he does, it's gonna blow up his board.
Does he have Fire Covenant in hand?
I don't think so, but if he does, it's gonna blow up his board.
No, GT, he's got. I just saw GT in his shuffling and Swamp. Another land, and I didn't see the rest. Ha! Suspense. Actually, this is where Yisan starts to go off. You need to handle things up to turn 3, And starting with turn 4 and 5, you really showed magic. So this is why it was really strong in 30 life points. Because you were not totally not dead, and there were no spot removal for creatures in this format. So that changed a lot. And now, but he's got the colors at least. He's got all the colors. No, really, Doc is going to play Reyhan. He's got no reason to.
Whoa, is that an Elster's Evolution?
Ooh! On the news, so this has to be something.
Oh.
Woo!
Flame Tongue Kavru.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be green. It has to be any fucking creature. So.
It's green!
Boom! 4 damage to your face. Now target what? Ah, that's tough.
Well, it's got to be
all the
Yisan.
creatures are really good. Yeah. So.
Or not.
Yeah, that's actually the safest plan because whatever you hit, the other ones are both tutors, and when they work all together, you better not stay in the area because double tutor for green every turn is going to be crazy. So if you have the mana to go along with it, that's game over.
Okay. But that's an interesting choice because many players would want to target either the Yisan or Fauna Shaman, and he chose to target the mana doc so that he can prevent him from abusing either one or the other.
But I'm pretty sure the next turn is going to be GT, strike, get 2 counters, kill Fauna Shaman, and go. But
well, let's hope he has a plan because if not, it will be.
What does it have? Swamp, GT, green white card. What is it? Oh, the Fishman Lion, maybe no.
He plays back the forest and can now use the Fauna Shaman.
That's going to be strong. He can block now with the QN Ranger as well, so. I don't think he's going to go for the GT actually. Even though GT is going to be quite deadly against Yisan, so. You never know. He's thinking so strong about what he's trying to do. He doesn't even cut his day. He's just like, yeah, you've got shuffled. He's just piled it up. I don't see the last card. Is it Gadok or Fishman Lion? Or Kazali Pride Mage, maybe, no?
Yeah, there's a Kazali Pride Mage. There's a
Kazali
GT.
Pride Mage, yeah.
There's a Swamp. I don't know the 2 last ones.
Can you stop shuffling?
Oh, he has a Boreal Druid and
Birthing Pod in hand.
Yeah. So that explains why he's thinking that much, because he could pay 4 life and try to draw something at 5 mana, or he could play the GT and try to swing. He could also just swing and play 2 creatures that he has more options on the next turn, but then he would allow him to draw that many creatures. I think it could be just the win right away.
If Karmic Guide happens to be in the deck for the Revelark, like the other Reyhan Bruises, I don't think it's the case. But Revelark was in the anyway, it was in the Timna Thracius. But I was going to say you could sacrifice the Flame Tongue for Karmic Guide and bring back the Flame Tongue.
What is certain is he cannot go to the Bruse plan, because if he tries to go for Bruse and gain some bunch of life and stuff, he's going to lose on the battlefield because he's not going to win enough health points before he takes some huge board presence and an insane attack phase. So he's got to handle what's already on the battlefield first, I think. And he's gone past the moment where he could handle everything at once. So yeah, blank attack. And I'm not even sure that Sylvain's going to block. He doesn't really care. It's a 4-2, but he don't really care. Yeah, I think he didn't block. So this is a mono green fetch battle. This is a format where you use green mana to find stuff in your library. We got 3 green tutors on the board. Where's the Sylvan library? Come on. Where's the Sylvan lib? We need more draw, and Was a survival.
And survival of the fittest. Yeah.
Yeah, double survival, one on each side. They both play the card. Yay! And I think Alexander plays for the Shaman too. So.
My God. Yes, a Revocation Sage.
Ooh,
okay.
Shriekmaw, yeah.
And that's nice because that way he will be able to swing with the JIT without getting blocked and have the counters to kill the Fauna Shaman the next turn. The Revocation Sage will be used on the Bursting Pod, so he will have to choose between playing Yisan or playing the Revocation Sage, and if he chooses the Revocation Sage, Alexander has the advantage in terms of tempo and resources. He will have the board, and that's really nice to know.
I don't think he'll be able to play Yisan, as it'll cost 5 mana this turn.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have Docs or anything for now, so he will have to choose Revocation Sage anyway. But the idea is that then he will play JIT, swing the Shriekmaw, kill the Fauna Shaman, and then Sylvain only has useless cards on the board. He will need 5 mana to kill Yisan, and it will allow Alexander to play Bruse and start swinging with the Shriekmaw for 4 counters per turn. And that's enough to kill Yisan and pretty much the whole board. So for now, Alexander has a clear path to victory.
Especially mentioning the fact that Reclamation Sage just hit the battlefield. You don't have 10 Reclamation Sages, even with Queen.
Well, there's the Acidic Slime. But that's pretty much it. And he needs 5 mana for the Acidic Slime.
I think this JIT is going to spell the end for this Yisan.
Okay, he's not killing the Fauna Shaman. That's interesting. He wants to prevent him from making more mana, I guess.
Because he didn't hit the land on the 4th turn, so that's a sign he doesn't have any other land in hand. So he's gonna stick to 3 mana for the next turns. Unless he draws another forest, but
And to answer about the question in the chat, boss players that are 5/1/1. According to Guillaume. That's odd, because it's only the 7th round. So it should be, well, it must be something like 5 victory and 1 draw. But anyway, that's something in that taste. No, he says 5/1/1, but it's round 7, so that's odd. There must have been some mistakes here. Maybe it's 4/1/1 or 5 victory in 1 draw, 5/0/1 or something like that. But well, he's saying crap. Let's not listen to him.
he's drunk. Whereas
okay, so we have a drunk man handling the camera. That's interesting to know.
No,
so
he's not handling the camera. Trust me.
All these Frenchies.
As a photographer and videoist, I can tell you, if he was drunk, even with a Steadicam, if he was really handling the camera, you would be sick already. Because being drunk and handling a camera is not a good thing.
Well,
okay.
It gets shaky.
Reclamation Sage down, but Revoker in Sylvain's hand.
Yeah.
He'll shut off this
nice.
JIT.
Because he couldn't afford the acidic slime, so now at the exact moment when it hits the board, he says JIT, and Alexander cannot respond to that. He cannot kill the Revoker in response to that, because it arrives with the name. And what is that?
To be clear, it gets the ability as it arrives. So it has to arrive to have it. It's not in the stack. and it doesn't start with a trigger keyword like when or whenever or stuff like that. So
it's exactly the same as for clone, for example. When you play the clone, it doesn't die because it's a 0/0. It arrives as a copy. So he has the base strength and toughness of the creature it copies. So that's the same thing here. It arrives with the name said on it.
The unfortunate thing here is it doesn't know that the opponent's got a quasi-liquid in hand, so that's going to be quite a deception for him. It's not gonna cry, but Direction Revoker is an artifact.
Is it an abrupt decay in his hand?
Oh, really? So he can play decay and quasi-liquid mage at the same time?
No, that's slow roll.
Well, the Cosmic Pride Mate was enough to handle the revocation, the Phyrexian Revoker, and win the game. But if he has also the Abrupt Decay, well, what can happen?
And 5 minutes to do everything. And then on the next turn, you slam with Bruse, you boost on the GT.
Yeah, Boreal Druid
and GG.
Abrupt Decay. So now he's gonna swing for 4 damage, then use the Cosmic Pride Mate ability to kill the revocation, the Phyrexian Revoker, deal 4 damage, get 2 counters, and kill the Fauna Shaman, I guess.
Yeah, this is over. This is clearly over, since the thing here is when you're going for a monocolor deck, you have to have some pace. Unless you're playing blue and you don't care, you have to have some curve, and you have to play on turn 1. And as you said on the first one 20 minutes ago, if it doesn't have an elf on turn 1, it's over. You know, just if you do have it, it's unfair. If you don't have it, it's unfair for you. So yeah, I don't know what he has in hand, but 3 forests and nothing on the battlefield is not going to take you anywhere. Unless you play Fog every turn, which is not going to happen.
Well, that turn should be Bruse, and swinging for, so first step of damage, 5, and then he can boost it again, deal 9 more damage. So if he wants to, he can deal 14. Sylvain only has 10 HP. I thought he had 9. Did Guillaume count the +1/+1 from Cosmic Pride Mate? Oh, is that a Beast Within? So Shriekmo or GT? That's the question. If he breaks the GT, still, well, he says +2/+2 and he deals 10. So he has to kill the Shriekmo, I guess.
He doesn't lose on next turn if he does that.
Yeah.
But it's just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah,
I mean, it's really cool for us. You know, it's thank you, Sylvain, for the streamers. But yeah, you don't have to go back.
So 2-0 for Alexander.